Yes, new highway bound? That's right, I figured I might head out and fish for a while to pass the time. One of Gwynn's favorite fishing holes is supposed to be out there, so I thought I'd give it a try for myself. Oh yeah, I know the one. It's not far from here where our boat first landed. Just be careful though. The monsters have gotten a lot tougher than they were when Gwyn used to fish out there. However, don't worry about me. In fact, you shouldn't be worried about anything at all. Take some time to de-stress yourself. I've got it. Everyone has times when they just need to open a window and let some fresh air into their lives. I give it a try, thanks. You're fishing with guys, would let me open the window you mentioned. Well, how about we fish together? If it's good enough way for you to unwind, it's good enough for me. And that's what I like to hear. You know, guys, I made a beeline to Gwynn's old fishing spot on the Spina by road. Once I made it there, the two got right to fishing. This feels like ages to just put my cares to the side for a while and cast out a line like this. Yep, well, since the war started, there's a short of things to be worried about. It's probably healthy for us to take the opportunity to remind every now and then. Yeah, even now I'm feeling all the build-up tension just kind of soften and melt away. Did you fish much back home? We got him some good rod in real time, sure. Not as much as Gwyn though. He used to take me out on his boat to fish, especially when he could tell I was feeling down about something. Oh, really? You seem so composed, I guess I just assumed that nothing ever really got to you like that. Man, it's embarrassing to admit. We've all got our worries. Don't fret about it. Sure, I feel down sometimes, but it always passed in time. Back home, I was always surrounded by people who cared about me. Mom, Dad, siblings, neighbors in the settlement. Whenever I started feeling down, they were there to cheer me up. And I always tried to do what I could to be there for them in the same way. Sounds like a good life. And it's how you became the dependable guys we all look up to. Well, I don't know if it'd go that far. Still, I'd like to think that there's anything you need, you'll be able to rely on me. These guys would never have come as far as we have if we hadn't supported each other along the way. You're right about that. I make sure to keep it in mind. Monsters! You might have noticed them earlier if you'd been paying more attention. This reminds me of back when I rescued it in General Render a year ago. At least the time I had it was. But this time you've got me. Sure, so Gavin might take them. Trying their weapons, Reen and guys fought valiantly against a horde of monsters. Aside being vastly outnumbered, they triumphed by making the most of each other's strength in combat. I mean, Reen hätte es auch solo können, ohne Probleme. I'd say you managed to beat the odds, wouldn't you? See? You are dependable, just like I said. It takes two to cover each other's backs. And whenever you need me, I'll have yours. Likewise. Die zwei haben eine richtige Bromance am Laufen, ey. The better one, they made their way back to her. So, der Rest steht alles hier unten zum Teil. Abgesehen von Sarah. Jake is doing some maintenance on my auger gun for me. With a name like that, I wasn't sure what to expect when he introduced me to him, but he seems like he really knows his stuff. Just wish he had a bit more of a refined, dandyish aura about him. So like Gwyn, then we'd be more my type. Musst du überall manhunten? The inside of your head must be a terrifying place to live. You have no idea, Ian. Well, kidding aside though, you should take this chance to make sure you all got your gears, all your gears in good shape. There's no telling when you need to put it through some hard years, and it always pays to be prepared. You should take this chance to have a look around here too. So you wouldn't mind if I hang around here with you until your maintenance is finished up? Look around, there seems to be a lot of things here worth checking out. You can if you want, but I think what you really need is something else. What do you mean by that? Guys, already. As soon as you finish with my gun, there's something I want to take, somewhere I want to take you. As it turned out, that somewhere ended up being the Naughty Highway. Alrighty, I don't think anyone's gonna come barging in and disrupting us all the way out here. Yep, I doubt it, but why did you bring me here in the first place? You told me not to forget my sword, so I'm guessing it's not a date. You've never been on... You've never been on a Sarah date. Anyway, I hope you're ready to get all hot and heavy for me. As we pour ourselves into a no-hold-barred combat training. Are you kidding me? And this time I'm not gonna hold anything back, so you better be ready. I need to fight me like a life depends on it. Because you can leave this little excursion in one of two ways. Walking with your head held high, or on a stretcher. Yeah. I don't know what brought this on, but I can see this isn't one of your usual gags. In that case, accept the challenge. Get only my best today. Is this an actual fight, or is this nur a cutscene fight? Okay. So we're getting intense battle. True to her words, Sarah came at Wien with all the fury of the raging storm. Despite bringing the best of his skills to bear, he was just barely able to withstand her assaults. Oh, he is so strong. So this is what it's like when you're not pulling your punches, huh? That's right. Well, it's not a nice blaze. It's not a fair blaze. But I fought tooth and nail for my place in it anyway. It takes from me too. I've almost lost count of how many irreplaceable things it's taken from me. So many friends, allies. I don't even have a homeland to call my own now. Destructible. We did whatever I had to do to keep on living no matter what. I stand before you now as the sum of all those ugly, painful experiences. I will knock you down over and over again, but if you rise just one more time, it makes you the victor. That's something I've kept on believing, and seeing your students give it your all has only strengthened that belief. Huh. That's why I decided that everything life has taught me in the school of hard knocks, I'm going to teach you. Not for words, or lessons, or fancy platitudes, but for battle. Ready to learn? I've gotten the better of me before, but you might have gotten the better of me before, but I'm ready for round 2 anytime. Well, boy, let's not waste time chit-chatting then. You ready? You assumed the battle, and the intense training continued. He focused everything on the find, fending off instructor Sarah's onslaught as best as he could. And after a long, difficult fight, looks like neither has energy to go another round. I guess we have to call this one a draw, but at the very least, I'd say we got in some good training. Foreign. It's kind of scary how strong you are, though. It was all I could to keep you at bay. Didn't even get a proper hit on you in the end. You could have, though. All you would have had to do is fire up that power of yours. And you should have, since, you know, I specifically told you to fight like your life depends on it. But it's just messing with you. The consideration you always show for others is part of what makes you strong. I know you're still beating yourself up over what happened yesterday, and that's totally understandable. But at the end of the day, you've gotta get past it and move on. No one can do that for you. But you will, I have no doubt about it. So just keep your chin up and your gaze forward, I guess. Think so, though? I try at least. A lot of people are counting on me, and I don't want to let them down. The two stayed and rested for a while to get their strength back, and once they felt better, they were back to the river. Das war schön. Diese Stop-Hour-Days und Bonding-Time-Days, wenn die mittlerweile das Level an, dass ich mich schon so fühle, als würde ich die ganze Zeit jedes Mal hier ein paar Kapitel von diesen ganzen Büchern lesen. Es ist echt sehr viel Text, den ich die ganze Zeit hier durchlesen muss. Ha, damn. I guess the Irongrass pretty much stuck in Rest Station for the time being. Yep, it is stuck then under Alliance control, alright? What do I think about it? I never went and got what I left in there for a while ago. I should go grab it before it starts running again. Should take it along. Kind of cool to take a look around inside too. Fair point. Wanna join you, William? You didn't exactly get to look around last time we were in there, and to be honest, it's kind of like to. I'm stopping you. In the words of Fee, let's roll. I spoke to the armed officers guarding the station and were granted permission to step aboard the Eisencraft. Once inside, they went straight to the front carriage, and Miriam found what she was looking for on the engine room's dashboard. Aww. Oh, it's a stuffed bear, a pretty big one too. He's awesome, isn't he? Grounds bought him for me a while back as a reward for completing a mission. You did? I'm having a hard time imagining General Osborne buying someone something secured as a present. Yeah, I guess he didn't seem like the type, huh? He probably bought it for me on a whim. I wasn't trying to suggest he was a cold-hearted person or anything. Hey, while we're here, you wanna go do some exploring? I bet the chairs in here are way softer than any sofa you've ever tried. Sure, why not? Still, you're putting the RP out, remember? You can't spend too long in here. Man, you weren't kidding. Those really are comfy. It was a gift from the Emperor, though. It's no wonder it'd be so ritzy. You know, right? I'm jealous of how much he got to use it, too. He got to live it up on his way to the conference in Crossbell. Oh yeah, Prince Oliver and Tola were on board for the trip, too. What's up? Nothing. I was just thinking about how this train lost its master. The same way you, Captain Greer, and the other Ironbloods have. Well, that's true. Guess he can't really live it up anymore if he's dead, huh? Nothing you can do about it, though. Crowd smarted him. That's that. Still, can't believe he actually managed to kill him. I wasn't expecting you to be able to talk about him so partially. I mean, if you're upset about it, there's no need to force yourself not to let it show, you know? Oh, why would I be? When Ed was shot by the Jäger, I was beside myself with fury and anger. And Chancellor was like a father to all of you, wasn't he? So I'm just saying, there's no need to force yourself to seem happy. If you need a shoulder to cry on, Sorry, I really don't know what you mean. What's it even like to cry anyway? What do you mean, what it's like to cry? Sure, you've done it before. Everyone has. I'm asking because I seriously don't know. Wait, you're serious? You never cried? Not once? Guess not. I felt moved when reading books and felt kinda lonely when someone wasn't there anymore. But being so upset about something that tears come out of your eyes just seems kinda alien to me. How? She's never cried? Never? She's younger than the rest of us, but by her age, most people have done it more than they can count. What do you go all quiet for? Still down about the stuff with Rui. Come to think of it, wenn ich das mal auch so ein bisschen mehr question. Warum warum hat unser Körper die Funktion oder was war der evolutionäre Hintergrund dafür, dass es sich so entwickelt hat, dass wenn wir traurig sind, wir anfangen zu weinen? Warum hat sich die Evolution gedacht, ja, das ist eine Funktion, die du haben solltest zum Überleben? Weil du actually damit aktiv Wasser von deinem Körper entziehst damit. Klar, das Tränen an sich hilfreich sind, ist wegen um die Augen halt so ein bisschen feucht zu halten, klar. Aber das tun wir allein ja schon dadurch mit nur halt unseren Augen geschlossen haben. Aber diese Funktion zu weinen und vor allem das halt auch abhängig von unseren Emotionen zu machen, ist halt so, why? Das ist als Kind, als Baby ist, was die einzige Möglichkeit ist, für ein Baby sozusagen zu sagen, von wegen, ja, bitte, ich brauche was. Fair. Aber danach? Chab, okay, it's no fun if you're all gloomy like this. Well, it's okay, I was just having a hard time processing what you were saying. I just want you to remember one thing. If in class 7, you're both a classmate and a friend. If anything were to happen to you, all of us would be incredibly upset. Enough to cry a lot. Just remember that. Okay, still don't know what you're trying to say, but I'll keep that in mind. I really like all of you guys too. And come on, with how reckless you are, you're gonna run into trouble way before I do. Fair point. Aber be careful. Ich will ja nicht so viel vorwegnehmen, aber wieder dieses krasse Foreshadowing. Wenn man weiß, was passiert, dieses krasse Foreshadowing, Alter. Alter. Das hittet irgendwie. Das hittet irgendwie schon. Mhm. Boah. Das Foreshadowing hat mich gerade irgendwie richtig gehittet. Deswegen konnte ich es auch gerade nicht zurückzuhalten, zu sagen, dass das gerade ein aktives Foreshadowing ist. Aber ja. How to finish talking, the two left the Eisengraph stuff better in hand. Das Foreshadowing geht jetzt irgendwie anders mies, wenn du weißt, was passiert. The city is so amazing that I almost can't take it all in. It's not so much a different city as it is a different world. Nothing is familiar. I know a lot of our classmates feel this way, but I grew up in such a rural area I can hardly believe what I'm looking at. Yeah, but the same the first time I was here. It's a far cry from here, that's for sure. Still, while you're here, why not walk around and take in the sights? It's a bit intimidating, but there's a lot to see. Sounds like a fun idea. Irene, I know it's hard, but I hope things get better for you soon. Thanks, Emma, I hope so too. You should appreciate the guide. Rural is a big place and all. How about I give you a guided tour of the place? I've been here before, so I should at least be able to give you a decent one at least. Not that it is a great, but still. I assure you wouldn't mind. Yeah, I'd love to. What a strange sensation. The idea of moving staircases is incredible, isn't it? Yeah, it's true enough. This isn't the only one on the continent either. Saiso and there has them too. I would be surprised if they're introduced into more cities in Erebonia. Wouldn't be surprised. What's the big structure over there? An orbit generator, apparently. They provide energy that this town and its factories need to work. I've heard they have plans to make more of them too. Or at least they had plans. I'm guessing they've been put on hold until the Rhineford company is fully reorganized again. It's amazing that technology like this actually exists. It's like magic in a way. You continue to show him around the city, focusing primarily on things one couldn't find anywhere else. Eventually, their tour came to an end and he decided to stop for a rest. There's so much to take in here that my head's still spinning. Every time I thought I'd seen all there was to see, it would let me do something else that was even more incredible. Yep, that's the same way I felt the first time I was here. It gets even more incredible when you realize that in a few decades, places that look like this could be the norm. You might be right, especially with the way technology is always advancing. It reminds me of something I read in a book once. It said technology that is beyond the comprehension of the observer is indistinguishable from magic. Ah, that's one way to look at it, sure. But if that is the case, it doesn't leave witches like me. If we develop new technology, it's embraced with open arms. But our equally convenient magic is feared as heretical. That's why we are forced to live in the shadows, hiding both our existence and our powers away from the people. Is it the only reason we exist? To fulfill duties that nobody even knows about while the world leaves us behind? So I now realize you felt that way. No, not at all. I'm the one who should be sorry. Didn't mean to ramble at you like this. You're shouldering far a heavier burden than I am right now, and those prison worries are the last thing you need. Even more so when my duty as a bitch is to support you. I'm sure Grandmother and Celine would be very annoyed at me right now. I don't have anything to be sorry for. And honestly, all of your concerns make sense to me. I don't think anyone exists just to fulfill an arbitrary set of duties, especially you. You really think so? Sure, you're rich, but it doesn't have to define who you are as a person. To us, you're Emma, our class president, and our friend, who also just so happens to be a bitch. Nobody gets to pick how they are born, but everyone deserves to choose how they want to live their life. I suppose you're right. So I'm not being a witch forcing you to dedicate your life to fulfilling your duties or whatever. Focus on finding something that you want to do. You're all here to help you do that, you know that, right? You're not alone. I don't think anyone else in our class has figured out exactly how to live their life either. When you put it that way... There's no supposing about it, is there? You're right, Fingerine. It might not be easy to find something I want to do for myself, but maybe it's time that I start thinking long and hard about it. If you run into any difficulties though, you'll be the first person I come to for support. Whenever you need it, I'll be there. Short and sweet. So, noch ein Airport, wir haben einen Store. Gucken wir mal zu Laura, wie wollte ich sagen. It's my first time seeing her, I must admit I'm very impressed. Expectations were high given the Rainford Colony's presence here, but as I say, they've been shattered. I think the single shop alone has more types of orbital goods than the entirety of Legram. I feel kind of like a child in a candy store, to be honest. So much I want to look at while I'm here. I could go for some window shopping. Mind if we look around together? There are like shelves full of stuff to take your mind off things. By all means, let's see what this place has to offer. Ah, so this is an orbital refrigerator. I noticed there was a large one in the Courageous Kitten, but the Kitten. Nein, nicht in der Courageous Katze, ja, nein, in der Courageous Kitchen. But I wasn't entirely sure what it was at the time. But I do mention it, we do have one on board, don't we? Being able to just stick food in there and have it stay fresh for days is pretty awesome. Oh ja. So it is. I wouldn't mind having one for myself, and I want to prepare a boxed lunch. How much does one cost, huh? Maybe I consider one when my skill in cooking improves enough to justify the expenditure. Let's go look at something else. Right. She seems pretty disappointed she can't get one. What's this? Das Design ist für Avantgarde. Ein Staubsauger, oder? It's actually that it's called an oval vacuum cleaner. You press a button on it and it will suck up dust and crumbs. So it's like the oval version of a broom, I guess. Oh, they sound pretty convenient. I'd like to give it a try. Let's see. Okay, we press the button on the vacuum cleaner. I think you're supposed to just turn on and apply. I insist in the store like that. Sorry, I guess curiosity just got a bit of me. Suppose I should turn it off then? Is it bad when you press to do it? Why is it brighter even louder, more forcefully? Hey, excuse me, miss. Well, you certainly seemed none too pleased with us. I'm sorry, Reen. Don't worry about it. Not often I see you get in trouble like this. I guess technology isn't your forte, huh? Apparently not. I mean, I have an interest in it, but very little experience actually using it. I think I'll be able to use all the appliances here if I had a chance to learn, though. Just like I did with our combat openings. But hey, what are these? They are oval washing machines, by the look of it. You put your clothes in there and it'll wash them for you. What is that if you're in your house, from what I remember? Ah, it sure is convenient. Huh, fascinating. I wonder how it works. Let me see. No random pressing buttons again. Aber auch die andere Frage. Warum sind die am Strom angeschlossen? Oder laufen die auf einen Akku? And again. My apologies. Usually the person turns it off. This one? No. Maybe this one? Please tell me you haven't done what I think you have done. I'm afraid of peace. Wrong it. Excuse me, miss. Only for Laura and Reen, the damage was much less serious than it looked, and they were able to repair the oval washing machine. The employee was understandably furious, but thanks to their connection with Alisa, he was kind enough to overlook what happened. I can't believe I made such a blunder not just once, but twice. And at least I'm able to fix it, right? Also, it ends well, I guess. Still, it really does feel like you're born into the ray of the sword. You don't need to make me make my lack of domestica sounds like some kind of winning quality. I'm also aware of the areas where I came up short. I took up cooking in an effort to become more refined, but I wasn't planning to admit that here. Still, I'm glad I got a chance to see a side of you no one else has really gotten to see. And hey, everyone's good at everything. We've all got our weak spots. Well, it's true, but well, I aren't so different in that regard, you know. For those rules we're good at fulfilling, and for those we aren't, we need to learn to rely on others. I want you to promise me you won't try to shoulder everything yourself. All of us are here with you to share the burden. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Laura. Eat your own words. So nach dem Motto. Was ist die Character Note, die jetzt für sie reingeschrieben wurde? Will ich jetzt gerade gerne wissen. Weakness. She isn't very used to working with machines and has a habit of pressing the wrong buttons and breaking things. Yeah, point. I can stop thinking about our field study from here from early in the year. Sure, it was tough, but it was fun. And we were still alive. Yeah, even if we did think he died back at the mine, I'm guessing news of his actual death has probably reached Crow by now. I wonder how he's taking it. Sorry, it was probably super insensitive of me to bring him up. Just try to cheer up, okay? Definitely worried about me. Maybe we should hang out for a while. Just got a great idea for something we can do together. Come with me, Reen. What's going on now? We'll find out soon enough. Let's go. He dragged Reen into the Reinfeld building, and after he borrowed a few things, Harry dragged him right back out again. It sort of looks like the same kind of wall guitar I used back at the festival. It's because it is. Both that and the keyboard were made by the Reinfeld company. They're displayed models, but they say we could use them, since playing them right out here would make for good advertising. Should be all tuned up by now. Already got permission to, so should I get started? Get started? Wait, you don't mean... I sure do. Let's play some music. Just you and me, putting on a concert in the middle of the street. Despite the sun start, the two played with gusto. They focused entirely on both the instruments and the performance. A surprising number of residents had stopped to listen, and glad for them too. All in all, it was a success. Ah, that was something. Impressive work, Green. We were out of sync in a few spots, and we missed a note or two here and there, but it was fun, wasn't it? It was for me, at least. Yeah, it was fun. It goes to show that music doesn't stop at giving strength to the listeners. Foremost, get some too, I guess. I was every bit as happy as I was when we performed at the festival. A little biased, but I'd say playing yourself is even more fun than listening, to be honest. It's probably one of the reasons I just can't seem to give music up. Thanks for inviting me to join you at it. It's definitely helped me cheer up. You're very welcome. Well, I'll have to do this again sometime, if we can. With some time to practice, hopefully. No choice either, the whole class, just like back at the festival. That sounds great. I hope we get another chance to do something like that. Maybe. The street concert complete, Reen and Alien went back to Rainford HQ to return the instruments with smiles and elations on their faces. Oh, sehr schön. Good. I'll be out shopping soon. From our perspective, causing one of the 4 great houses to withdraw from the war is a momentous achievement. But for my brothers, it's likely all within the realm of expectations. It all beef caused him a moment's hesitation. The only thing it's done is reclassifying us as more of a threat, so we need to be more careful than ever as we fly around. Max, yeah, didn't even think about that. Still, would not advise becoming so cautious that we are unable to get anything done, but that's forward for another time. Right now, you should focus on taking some time to unwind. Think I will? Thanks, juices. Racing up wouldn't be so bad, but maybe I should join him in his shopping. Could I join you? Honestly, shopping for supplies sounds like it could relieve stress just as well as a nap. Do what you will. My first stop is the Yard of Arms. Are you really going to use all these whetstones on your sword? And how much reinforcing tape does the tail need? Better be too well prepared and found wanting in a pinch, particularly if the future is uncertain as it is. I expect my father is already aware of what happened to your Nordia. Knowing him, he's probably already preparing to retaliate. Maybe you're right, especially with him working on a soldat like these for his own personal use. Which is why we prepared ourselves as best as we can to whatever lies ahead. Speaking of, still have a number of other things to buy, including a book that the war managed to delay. Come, we're going to the general store. Okay, sure. Starting to pick up a lot though. Think you're going to be able to carry off this back to the ship? Ha! We aren't doing anything. You are. What? Yeah, I can take these to the counter. We don't do all the day. We become the packing meal. I think my arms are starting to go dead. How did you end up getting me to carry all of this for you? I mean, I guess I could have said no, but still. Oh, come now. You wouldn't make me waste my strength on such a heavy load, would you? Besides, given all of the time you spend assisting the student council, I'd imagine you're used to me a task like this. Just pretend I'm Thor. I doubt you ever give her any guff, huh? There's a mental image I wasn't prepared for. Sehr true. Ich möchte mir auch nicht Chooses als Thor vorstellen, to be honest. Better that than leaving your mind free to focus on burdens you need not shoulder. Das hat mir gerade irgendwie gut gekriegt. Come along now. Is he trying to keep me busy so I don't have time to think about what happened yesterday? That's very nice of him. In a cold way. Of pudding. Chooses sort of way. And even so, I'm grateful. Being regulated by Juice's awkward show of kindness, we carried his baggage from shop to shop without a single word of complaint. The two spent a long time in each shop they visited, scanning the shelves and putting more and more onto Reen's pile. While the exercise was exhausting, it did indeed take his mind off his worries. I get what he's trying to do, but I don't know how much more of this my arms can take. Come on, Chooses, you can at least take something. Anything. Chooses? Something that makes us catch your eye? What is it? It's not the Imperial Chronicle. To herself. Noble Alliance marches to victory. The glorious Noble Alliance, led by Duke Cayenne and Chief of Staff Rufus Arborea, continues their victorious streak. The quest to carry the country into a new bright future feels all the more complete with each new success. It should only be a matter of time before the foolish Imperial army is eradicated once and for all. But this is quite the article. They're exactly going for the unbiased approach, are they? Of course not. Imagine the writers are just as much under the Alliance's thumb as those at the Imperial Chronicle. They're trying to manipulate public perception of the Alliance in preparation for their rule after the war is won. Although Cayenne and my brother are thinking of not only how to win the war, but how to control Ereboni afterward. It's how far ahead they are able to think. So it chooses. This must be hard on you. Still, that doesn't mean we are going to lose out by not doing the same. Instead of focusing on the way things might be, we should focus on the here and now, what we can do to change things. If we do, I'm sure the future we want will fall into place. Wouldn't you agree? Well, I wouldn't disagree. So what if they're thinking 3 moves ahead? It's all falls apart if we do something to shake up their plans. And it's just what we will do. We get to the future we want. Think you're capable of such positivity so soon? I suppose you still have much more of a capacity for it than I do. I want you back to your usual self as soon as possible, Reen. You won't be able to secure this future of ours otherwise. I see what I can do. The showing complete, they lugged their purchases back to the creatures, stored them in the ship's hold, and went back out at Intura. Oh, mir dem steht sogar jetzt mit dem Stuffed Bear hier. Das ist mir gar nicht aufgefallen. Ach, da. Nee, da hinten. Da unten ist noch die Courageous. Heading back to the ship ring? No, not yet. I'm just wondering and trying to figure out what to do. If I really can't think of anything, I'll probably go check in on Valimar and then lace around inside. I'm exhausted after that thing that went down yesterday. Me too. It's hard to get what happened to Ree out of my head. He might have been our enemy, but he gave his condolences for our boss's death back at the mine. So it's hard to hate him. He did, didn't he? I almost forgot. It makes sense that I'm not the only one who feels down after all that. It might do me good to spend some time with Fee since we're both here. Hey, mind if I hang out with you for a bit? I mean, if you think I'll be in the way, just tell me and I'll get going. Of course you won't. Stay here for as long as you like. Thanks, Fee. Of course. Natürlich ist eine Katze involviert in den ganzen Ding. Huh, what's the kitten doing here? He doesn't look too heavy. Maybe he's been separated from his mother. He's not wearing a coat, so I'm guessing he's a stray. Green? Don't worry, we got some time before we need to head back. Let's see if we can reunite him with his mother, shall we? Yeah? Kitten in hand, Reen and Fee started walking around the city, trying to find where the kitten's mother could be. Schön zu sein, dass die Katze die ganze Zeit trotzdem so gechillt mitmacht. The kitten being astray, they assumed that finding his mother wasn't going to be an easy task, and they were completely right. When we asked everyone they could, even Saline, searched for the missing mother cat with every fiber of the being. In the end. Oh there! Yeah! It looks like you found our mother. Yep. You are knowing what they're saying, it's so obvious that they are family. Just glad we were able to reunite these two. His mother must have been looking for him all this time. As to know his family didn't abandon him after all. Hey. Coming around reminded me of something that happened the day the boss died. Just before he fell in battle too. What happened? He wanted to watch the battle between him and the Red Constellation's leader, so we set up camp nearby. All of a sudden, a Jäger wandered into our camp. A girl about my age. Not a Jäger that young? Maybe you're older than me, I don't know. She had come from the Red Constellation's camp on the other side of the battlefield. All because she was chasing a stray cat. Dreimal dürft ihr raten, wer das war. Good old Shirley. Hold on, she wandered into an enemy camp just before a battle? That seems like an incredibly bad idea. What happened? Oh, we didn't attack her or anything? They weren't exactly in the mood to start anything with us at that point either. So the two of us just talked where she played with the cat. Oh, I can hardly imagine having a casual conversation with an enemy just before your leaders fight to the death. It's also kind of depressing to think that there are other Jägers your age out there too. I guess we are not exactly rare, but she was really strong enough to lead a whole battalion in their corps. It's like she lived to be out on the battlefield and killing, loved fighting as much as anyone I've ever seen. She was more a man-eating tiger than a girl. Yep, that's Shirley. Sounds like the two of you are total opposites. People tend to paint all Jägers with the same brush, but the more I talk to you, the more I realize how different they all are. I wonder what she's doing now. I bet she's okay though. She was strong enough that she'd fine, even if her family left her behind. Also, was sie gerade macht, ist in Crossbuild chillen. Gerade ihren eigenen nicht Onkel, also ihren eigenen Neffen an der Mountain Rage fernhalten und ihn gerade fighten. Also jetzt wahrscheinlich nicht gerade genau an demselben Tag. Aber das ist das, was sie halt dem bald so machen wird. Und dann ja, halt auch Verteidigung für Crossbuild spielen. Und sich dann später in einem Baum chillen und dann von ihren Neffen voll auf die Fresse zu bekommen. und dann so ein Jobangebot bekommen zu haben. Wir werden Shirley bald wiedersehen. That's another way different. Like her, as soon as my family left me, I became a weak little girl who couldn't do anything for herself. There's more to strength than just proficiency in battle, you know? And even if they weren't, you've become a much better fighter since you joined Class 7. I've definitely seen big improvements since our first battle as a class. You'll be alright. If I am though, it's because all of you have been there to support me. There's no question about that. Hey, we all help each other improve and get stronger, both on the battlefield and off, every one of us. But we've all still got room to grow, and at this rate, we're going to need to do as much growing as we can. Yeah? Well, you've got a point. But together, we'll get strong enough to get through all this. I know we will. Weil ich denke halt immer noch, das passiert gerade nur noch gleichzeitig, während noch Trails to Asher an sich eigentlich läuft. Also sozusagen, erst ab kurz die 3 ist sozusagen die Möglichkeit, dass sozusagen Crossbell und Arrowbone ja ein bisschen mehr connected werden. The conversation at the end, they watch the two cats scurry off into the distance. Dasselbe gilt halt auch natürlich dann für Liberal, weil Liberal ist gerade mehr mit Crossbell involviert als mit Arrowbone, ja. For reasons. Also ab kurz Tier 3 fängt es dann so langsam an, dass der Crossbell und Liberal Arc auch im Erebonia Arc eine Rolle spielen werden. In einem größeren Ausmaße, als wie es jetzt schon ist im Hintergrund. Klar, Liberal Arc spielt jetzt schon eine Rolle mit der Courageous zum Beispiel, dass sie die gebaut haben. Man merkt den Einfluss jetzt schon, aber in einem größeren Stil, dass wir auch Charaktere mal wiedersehen werden, abgesehen von Anton. Also ja. So, und ich glaube, damit sind wir durch. Wir haben alle Bonding-Events. Wir haben die Imperial Chronicle 5 gelesen. Wir haben Gambler Check gekriegt. Wir haben 3 Blue Recipe geholt. Wir haben die Dark Color gekriegt. Und wir haben die Instructor Mary Character Profile bekommen. Der Rest ist von Bonding Events. Dementsprechend mache ich hier eine kurze Toilettenpause. Und dann gehe es wieder auf in die Lüfte. Und auf in den nächsten... Ich bin gerade überlegen, wann ist Ignis Schrein offen? Yes. Okay, Ignis Schrein wird im nächsten Part relevant. Good to know. Also, Ignis Schrein machen wir dann beim nächsten, machen wir dann auch dann später. Also, soweit wir dann in Part 3 sind. Aber ja, wie gesagt, kurze Pause. Also, bis gleich.